Hey everyone, we are here with War 10 against the Book of the Vishanti. Today I am taking in Onslaught for the first time, Kate Bishop and White Magneto for pre-fights. Got Path 1 in Section 1, Path 5 in Section 2, and a shared fight on Fight Island. So, Onslaught's debut here. First war bringing him in. He's only a recent rank 3, only a recent pull, so I haven't played him much at all. But we're starting off Path 1 with a rank 3 Korg on personal space regen. And yeah, the game plan here is just to parry heavy, get to a special 1, use it, parry heavy from there to special 2, maybe throw in some combos if we've got the long pause. But the hope with the parry heavy is that when the stun gets shrugged, it goes passive, and then the heavy will end up being a long pause or activate the long pause, and we just build up a few neuros or more and to convert them into degens with the special 2. So not much to combat the regen. That's why the game plan's parry heavy. It's to kind of push us away from Korg so that he doesn't get too many regen buffs. So we're hoping for good RNG with the Neuroshocks on the way there, and then obviously some more good RNG when it comes to shrugging a stun or not for a longer pause timer. Wasn't too worried about this fight. Felt pretty comfortable. Felt like this would be, if anything, a timeout as far as a bad play instead of a KO or dying. But yeah, felt like a good fight to kind of dip my feet in for Onslaught. Korg here played pretty nice. I did practice some heavy retaliations to see if he was in range, and as most know, Onslaught's heavy attack range is very nice since he has a little slide at the start of it. But getting to this first special 2, I don't really have a great build of Neuroshock. We have a decent bit, but also the pause timer was going away and we got rid of the rock shield, so did not feel like trying to bait out a heavy and retaliating that, so we end up going to the next special 1, special 2 rotation just to finish out the fight. But yeah, going pretty smooth here. Wasn't focused on a specific special attack to bait out in decks, just really depended on what Korg was willing to throw at the time. But you see here we keep regen buffs off pretty much the entire fight, and then here just decide to finish it off with a special 2. So it's a good first showing, good practice fight for Onslaught. We move on. Off screen we place 2 pre-fights. The Cryo Trick Arrow and a Wags pre-fight here for this thing. Taking it with Kate. The only real thing here to focus on is 1, count rock stacks, so count, and 2, make sure that we don't ever do a heavy knockdown, because then we'll be dealing with an unblockable thing. So with the White Magneto pre-fight, we avoid that stun debuff. Without the heavy, we avoid that debuff. And as long as we stay in cryo and don't accidentally switch our trick arrow, we avoid any other debuffs. Plus we do all the damage. So again, rank 3 thing here. Played pretty nice. Wasn't too bad of a fight. I believe we don't get clipped by any special attacks. It was pretty chill. Like I said, the fight is really just counting rock stacks and making sure to push him to 15 or stop shy of 15 if we can't push him to 15 when we're ready to start baiting out special attacks. And then we didn't have any accidental evade counters while trying to dex, so clean fight. Next, we move on to Path 5, and this is where things got interesting. We've got Punk here, Spider Punk on the first node. I'm going to be completely honest, I went into this fight completely forgetting that he was a House of Mirrors champion. So the game plan should have been not even to throw any basic attacks after he throws a heavy attack, to throw the special 1. It should have just been right into special 1, because I risked being auto-blocked there. So we got lucky there. Still haven't noticed that he's tactic. We evade counter there to bring down the protection so that our cold snap does more damage, and there is the auto-block that triggered. Oh yeah, he's tactic. So kind of trying to feel out which mode he's in, and we didn't retaliate there where we should have, because I was worried it was an auto block and not evade. So now we don't have a cold snap. It's fine. I'm waiting for the auto block. There it is. I wasn't waiting for the auto block. I was building the special 1, Luckily didn't get auto-blocked. Set myself to evade counter here to bring down the protection. And this time he doesn't get the special attack out in time for me to refresh the cold snap. So now I'm waiting because he's in evade. I need to find an opening off a stun. Cannot try and stun him on the intercept as he's just going to evade that with my evade counter. Get auto block there. Try here for a special one. End up getting auto blocked on the basic. So if anything, we just made space. It's fine. I still haven't panicked here. Realize I can just go ahead and start trying to re-parry once we get to a special one and land that there. Luckily, I practiced his heavy against the wall, so we could sit here and bait out heavies all day. There's the auto, or the re-parry for the stun. Re-parry is coming up right about here. Gets us the special one, and I just decide to turtle and let him KO from the minor cold snap since he's at special 2. So yeah, definitely need to think about that next time. Move on to Destroyer here. This one I was most worried about, just because it can go south pretty bad. Game plan, I decided to try and bait out a heavy and risk whether I was going to trigger Dex or not, instead of just straight up try and get out of range at the start, so that we can create space to evade counter, so we can remove the ebb and flow intercept on this node, and then go right into special 1. We trigger Dex anyways, so not a big deal. Here comes the evade counter. Here comes the special 1. And now here I want to push him to special 1 and try and retaliate it so that we can pause this cold snap. But he's just not having it until the cold snap is about gone. All right, so at this point, I'm worried about his charges, so I decide I'm going to turtle and push him to special 2. Luckily, Mystic Dispersion helps us there. We are at special 2. We're trying to bait it out now. He won't have it. He's about to corner me. I'm a little worried he's just going to start throwing heavies. He ends up throwing the special 2. We dex it. We combo a little bit to get off the wall so we can evade counter into the special 2. We've got the Fury. Nail the perfect release. Got the double cold snap. We just sit here and wait for him to KO. So clutch the fight. We got lucky. Destroyer wanted to throw that special 2 against the wall. That could have gone south super quick. Last fight, and the one I was probably most worried about, actually not. I thought this was going to be a lot simpler than I made it. Bullseye here on Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison with Stun Immune. Game plan is to let those Incinerates build Neuroshock. Just kind of slow play at the start as we build the special 2. Don't be too worried about throwing a heavy during the poison so that we can pause our Neuroshocks. If in retrospect, I probably would have comboed there, stop shy, and then heavied instead of done the reverse so that the pause timer lasted past this special 1. And then I didn't pay attention to Killer Instinct here, so he evades, and I end up throwing special 2 into block. So that's my first mistake. Probably could have recovered after that had I not made more. Here I was kind of in panic mode now, since I thought, hey, I'm going to be stuck in this corner. So I figured I should start throwing special 1s, but in retrospect, watching this video back over and over and over again, I should have, after this special 1, just paused the Neuroshocks like I do and just let them build and then get to special 2. So I believe it's this next special 1 is the moment I'm talking about and not where I thought it was. So I combo here. He's close to special 1. I'm off the wall. I decide to throw a heavy, but it pushes him past the bar of power. We get evade countered. And I still could have saved it here. It's paused. What I should have done is just dexed off the wall or wasted time until Killer Instinct was gone and then get to special 2 and throw it. And instead I threw special 1s trying to create space off the wall. And I believe if I had landed that special 2, he had like 25 of the Neuroshocks. It would have possibly ended it or at least put me in a better position than this, where I end up just dying from block damage, trying to bait out special 1s and dealing with Killer Instinct. So yeah, unfortunate first showing against the rank 3 Bullseye. Yeah, was not too happy with this third death of the season, especially on Onslaught's debut. So we heal up, we revive, we go back in, we kind of start this off the way we should have. I believe I double heavy here. Maybe I still did the heavy combo. Yeah, heavy combo. I pay attention to killer instinct this time. Like someone who's actually dueled the fight. So here I'm backing up, waiting. Come on, there it is. Heavy into special 2 off his heavy, which he decides not to throw because he sees he's got neuroshocks, so he needs to get rid of them. And then throw the special 2 to finish the fight. So pretty salty about that being my 3rd death. But that was the end of my war. With this war, it puts me at 39 fights with 3 deaths, which is pretty unfortunate. And we end up winning that war, and now we are 10-0. So we're in a really good spot. Matchmaking, of course, was very nice, but we'd still like to play some of the higher alliances around us for these last 2 wars. I believe we ended up getting locked in podium thanks to the way other wars worked out and us winning that one. So we should be top 3 as long as attack bonuses aren't crazy for the last 2 wars. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe, give it a like, and I will catch you guys at the next war.